Hello, everybody. It is 2:13 p.m. Central Time on Saturday, February 18th, 2017. Hope you're doing good. Just jumping on here really quick. Doing a quick update. Guys, I took off last night after midnight, got tired of the chat. A lot of craziness going on, so just bowed out of there for a little while. It's becoming a source of frustration, so better to just back off. And, if you're getting frustrated by your own chat room, it's time to get the hell out of there. So, yeah, took the night off, and now here I'm back. Obviously, the large earthquake has hit South America at the Chile-Argentina border. And I mean right at the border. Here, let's show you where it is. Let's turn off the rings. Okay, so this is Chile to the west, I guess where the corner of the letter D is. And then the red line goes right across on the letter D over into Argentina. Now, last night we talked about the Chile-Argentina border, and we said we needed to watch. Well, guys, this is a magnitude above what I was looking for. So it's more like a 6.2, 6.3, and we were looking for a 5.2 to 5.3. So it's a magnitude off, spot on location, time on location. So we'll go ahead and check that off the list. That is the earthquake we were looking for. It's bigger than expected. As we go to the north, take a look at it. We have a 4.0 that struck inland. Again, this is inland. Now, this is next to a volcano, actually. So, I don't know what to make out of this. It's, of course, a larger earthquake for the area. They call this Powell River, Canada. Now, I'm going to go get the volcano name here, and I'm going to turn on a display capture for you guys to see. Just really quick. And we'll put the coordinates in. Again, this is a 4.0 earthquake, Canada, interior to the coast of Vancouver, BC. And zoom in. Turn on place marks. Okay, so we have two different volcanoes marked by the Smithsonian nearby, close enough to be of concern. So, Bridge River Cones. The Bridge River Cones volcanic field consists of a group of small basaltic and trachybasaltic eruptive centers at the extreme northern end of the Garibaldi volcanic belt in southwest British Columbia. Pleistocene volcanic necks and cones were potassium argon dated at 0.97 and 0.59 million years ago. So let's just say 970,000 to 590,000 years old. Now Garibaldi's all the way down here, but this goes all the way up. Okay, so we are on the flanks of that. Now we also have Mount Meager volcanic complex of Pleistocene to Holocene age forms a dissected andesitic to rhyodacite stratovolcano with multiple eroded summit lava domes and volcanic necks. That's what this whole range is, guys. So, again, falling right next to there. And then up here to the northwest, we have Silverthorne. So really, it's between two centers, but it's part of that Garibaldi volcanic center. The whole range is. Okay. So that's just interesting. So now that there's a 4 up here, this kind of changes things just a little bit. I always got another day to go here in California. Chances are California, if I were leaning towards, whether or not it's going to hit, I'd probably say it's not going to hit the 5 we were looking for. Just, I don't know. I might just be one day off, famous last words, right? Oh, it's not going to hit. Then it hits. You can see Hawaii's been hit. You can see Canada's been hit. Bogoslav erupted yesterday. Big blast yesterday. Let's go check and see if it erupted today. Let's just see. We'll consult our volcanic feed. Yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. Is this the same volcano? Hold on. Guys, hold on a second. Now, this is interesting because technically this is not being shown to be at Bogoslav. Let's just make sure about that. Oh, it is Bogoslav. Okay, it's hard to tell here. Technically, it's falling. It's not at Bogoslav. The coordinates here are pretty close, really close, but just not exactly right on top of the volcano. Okay, that explains it. So, a new blast today. Another blast today. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Also, another blast up at Shivalush, and Yasser down here. New eruption there. Sabancaya, new eruption. And Nevado del Ruiz. Nevado del Ruiz in Colombia has erupted again. Interesting. Look where our arrow points. So we have 2 blasts here, 1 blast here, 2 blasts here. So I guess technically it would be 2 here, 1 here. There's going to be an earthquake over here in the West Pacific. There is no doubt about it. When I say, yeah, of course, I mean, they always get earthquakes, but there's going to be a noteworthy sized earthquake here in the next few days. Guys, look, I mean, for instance, look at the last 24 hours. Notice anything? How about no earthquakes across the entire West Pacific? Normally earthquake prone. Normally we'd see a few 4s and a 5. Here's 2 days almost, or here's 36 hours. What, 2 4s? This region's normally prone for 5.0 earthquake activity every day, guys. So a lack of earthquakes across the entire West Pacific means a building earthquake threat. It's just that simple. And there's a 6.5 over here. Okay, so we had the whole East Pacific moving with nothing of any noteworthy size above 4.0 in the West Pacific. But if we turn this down just a little bit, here, let's go back to our global feed. Just wait for this. And once we get a few other agencies, they'll populate on the list. Let's get into Europe. Okay, take a look at what hit in Europe since last night. Now, the English Channel was hit, north of France, by a 3.3. Also, Italy hit by a 3.3. They downgraded it to 3.2, whatever. So we have a 3.3 in Italy and a 3.3 in the English Channel. Anybody surprised? Connect across Switzerland with a 2.1 and a 2.2 up in North Italy. Just to connect it right through, you can see that it kind of connects through from Italy up to the English Channel. Well, this means we have to watch for 3.0 activity to return out here at the central mid-Atlantic ridge. Just that simple. Additionally, we may need to watch for 3.3 activity to develop down here at the Gibraltar Rock location, or just beyond it, Strait of Gibraltar going out towards South Portugal. That is interesting to see, and we are watching for the potential of a large earthquake in the Mediterranean overall, and we're just watching for it. We're not issuing a warning. We are just, as I said last night, that deep earthquake, we have to find out whether or not it's real or not. The only way we're going to find out is if a follow-up earthquake hits that's larger. So we're watching for it. But where are we watching? We're watching everywhere from Algeria over to Turkey and across Italy. So all of the South Mediterranean, we're watching for this large earthquake to develop. I don't know where to pinpoint it because I don't know if the earthquake's legit or not. But I have to tell you about it because it showed up on the seismologist feed. Everywhere else, pretty much expected, guys. I mean, it's, look where our arrow points, look where the big earthquake hit. And we have a volcanic eruption up here to the north. So that equals about a 5.0. So up to the north, volcanic eruption and some 4s. Down to the south, 6.5 or 6.3 and a volcanic eruption. We had the 2 earthquakes coming across last night, letting us know pressure was coming in. And I said it was going to hit South America like a wall. Well, it did. Hit like a wall. North erupted. Straight up erupted. South earthquake. Nevado del Ruiz here erupted in Colombia, and 6.0 earthquake hit down to the south at the Chile-Argentina border. Incoming pressure. From what? From these deep earthquakes over here. Multiple deep earthquakes. And I mean, it was significant over the past several days how many happened. Take a look. They're all raised high off the globe. This is just the last 7 days. So West Pacific, deep earthquakes down below. Then East Pacific, compensation movement, shallower. It's going to happen again. We're going to see a new earthquake here. Somewhere, I mean, in between these 2 sets of deep earthquakes, it kind of nails it down the halfway point. But then you'll see, it's gone quiet. Last 24 hours, no earthquakes of any significant size. Now, there may have been a few 2s and 3s, whatever, but I'm talking about significant size earthquake, 4.0 and greater, absolutely nada, which means that there is something building, okay? Okay, so there it is. I mean, this is what it is. This is, guys, this is exactly what we're talking about overall. Pressure transferring out from the deep earthquakes, that has now happened. Now it's going to carry on. And the real question now becomes, how big are we going to look over here? I mean, when you go a whole day without any movement, you hope it's going to pick back up with a few 5s. You know, like a swarm of 5s is going to break out, and that'll start to relieve the pressure that obviously is building across the West Pacific. But either that or they turned off all the reporting. I don't think they did, but I mean, they could have. I mean, it could be some weird thing, but it's like half the planet's moving and half the planet's not. And we know the other half of the planet is going to move. This is the spot that should. And the fact that it's not is concerning. Concerning. Silence is not golden in areas where you normally expect movement every day. It means there's something locked. There's something building.